Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Survive This Crit. We're the podcast that combines our love with horror movies and tabletop RPGs to see if we can survive each horror movie. And you are joining us for our mission 2. But before we dive in, I think we should take a chance to get to know our characters that are playing today. So go ahead, players, and introduce yourselves as your character name, your class, and your level, and then we'll kick it off with a pregame question. Whoever's brave.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Omari. I'm playing Agent Omi, the level 2 bard.
Ooh, and as we learned last time, his special skill is beatboxing, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Agent Rob, what about you?
Well, my name is Rob, and I am playing Agent Rob. Fun fact. I'm playing a fighter, a human fighter, who is level 1. So,
he's got a lot of gumption.
Yes. I
Chutzpah.
don't remember much about my character, but I'm sure we'll find out more.
Agent Chan, what about you?
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm Chandler, or as you may know me better, Agent Chan. I am now level 2. I was a level 1 bard, and then when I got frustrated with myself for not being able to start a fire properly, I really dug deep, went into some technical training, watched a lot of YouTube videos, so now I am also one level of Artificer, the level 2 Bartificer, if you will, and I have come to hopefully create fire in a more controlled manner this time. But I'm coming strapped and stacked with D.E.A.D standard issue weaponry and body armor, and I really hope that I don't have to use it. And today,
okay.
I believe we may just be roaming around the office, but today I'm flexing it because I just got all this new fun stuff, so I'm testing it on and getting it broken in.
It's like the equivalent of going to school and with a new backpack or new outfit, and you're like, yeah, this is like the coolest I've ever felt.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I get it. You're strapped and ready. Okay,
Agent Chan with a brand new JanSport backpack. Hashtag ad.
Hashtag ad. Exactly. And I am Kylie. I am your dungeon master for this episode, and we will see if all these players make it out alive. So, for the pregame question, how does your character spend a typical Saturday night? And who do they spend it with? Now, as a reminder of the universe, they are a part of the D.E.A.D, which is a paranormal agency. They are essentially, in a lot of ways, cut out from the outside world, where they do live on these compounds, and their friends and family don't get to know exactly what they do for work, but I'm sure there is some visitation that is allowed. So, what do your characters do on a Saturday night?
Agent Chan is definitely... He's still in his hyperfixation of the new role, and so he wants to do the best he can. So like I mentioned, he is diving deep into YouTube tutorials to figure out how he needs to portray himself when he's in the field, but also figure out tips and strategies to do his job better, i.e. Some of his little fun tools and modifications he's made to his standard issue equipment. But he also spends a lot of time waiting for Agent Adam, who is not here, to be available to hang out. But Agent Adam always has something going on.
Always.
Okay.
Oh, Adam.
I love that. Agent Omi, what about you? What is your character doing?
I think Agent Omi is very much in his own room. He's got a setup, and he's grinding on some MMO, and he's got in the background some lo-fi beats to chill playing. It's very, very chill night, very to himself. He's kind of listening to different things of like, oh man, how was this song? Because it's like a specific game lo-fi. It's like a game themed lo-fi. So he's like, oh, I remember this in the game. How can I turn that music into this kind of like chill step kind of vibe?
Okay. So MMO is like music mixing of some sort then. For those of us who don't know the lingo, or what is MMO?
Massive multiplayer online. It's an RPG.
Yep, nope, didn't. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes.
I should know that. I should know that term, but
that was a very good guess at that acronym.
I was
sure.
like music mixing, MMO.
Yeah.
something. Okay,
Music
is
mixing
Omi
Omari.
spending the time with anybody other than digitally and online?
His door is fully open, but he's got headphones on. So if anybody walks in, you're gonna have to tap him on his shoulder to get his attention.
That's so sweet. I love that we have a little party of mostly introverts. Agent Rob, what about you? Outside of where you currently are, which is to be revealed, what are you normally doing on a typical Saturday night?
Typical Saturday night means I'm not going to be in the field on Sunday, most likely, so I can kind of pig out and eat as much as I want, do some carb loading on the weekend. So we'll order some pizzas, order some pasta, and just kind of veg out and watch some movies or some funny YouTube Vine compilations.
I love the idea
bed.
of just watching Vine compilations.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What a beautiful time capsule to our generation. I love that. Okay, amazing. Let's see. Rob, Agent Rob 2.5. You wake to find yourself lying horizontally in a stale, chilling room. Around you, it's dark, aside from the occasional blinking of a red light near a steel sliding door.
Oh, hello. Am I strapped down right now?
You look down as you are laying horizontally, and you do see that your wrist and your ankles have leather cuffs around them, binding you down to the table.
If I try to budge against them, how strong are they?
Give me a strength save.
Whoa! I think I rolled a nat 20. I did.
Is that why the phantom hand disappeared?
I don't know. It might be every roll, and if it is, I'll change that.
Oh my gosh, it was a natural 20. Holy shit. That's not what I... Okay, so with a natural 20, as you have been... I want to give it to you because that was the first roll of the game, and that was amazing. As you're laying down, you find that you are able to kick off the ankle cuffs, and now you're just bound by your hands. In the darkness, you hear a voice, and it says, "Release me."
Release who? Who are you?
Release me.
How about you release me? Then I maybe can help you.
Oh, that's amazing. Give me an Arcana check. So, with a 10, you can't really identify what the voice is. Other than that, it's not coming from like a sentient physical being in the room with you. As far as you can tell, you're alone in that room.
Are you inside me?
Give me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage because you did ask, "Hey, will you free me and like help me out? I help you." So go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. Wow.
Oh, that's already
7.
pretty bad.
Yeah. And an 18.
So
Okay.
7.
So with your 7, you feel a chilling presence hover over you, hover over your middle section of your body. And then you feel almost as if there's a streak of ice go through your heart. And then you feel normal again.
What was that? Ugh.
And that is where we will pause and check back in with Chan and Omi. Now we will begin our adventure. Agent Rob, you can go to your position until you are summoned. All right. Agent Omi and Agent Chan. On an off day, you have been assigned as junior agents to just organize some files and books in the archives of Basement B of the D.E.A.D. West Coast office. And as we pull open the curtain to the virtual world we're creating, you find yourselves in a corridor of the D.E.A.D. where everything is highly technical. There are steel sliding doors of every entrance and exit. And your current manager, Iris, who is most notably known for being a bit of a pain to deal with, she's a bit stern and on the stricter side. She has a large scar on her cheek, and she approaches you all as she's releasing this assignment. Agents, your mission today is the most dangerous of all. Organizing the files in Basement B. Now, if you have any questions, which you won't, please don't refer them to me. And there is, you notice, a human cybernetic hybrid guarding the door to your exit, but she is starting to lead you to the elevator. You're welcome to get some more context as to your mission as she is leading you over if you would wish.
I mean, she did say we're not supposed to ask her questions,
Yeah,
so I'm a
specifically,
little
she did
hesitant to.
say no questions. So I guess it's just up to us, whatever system we use to file these things away.
I mean, Iris is kind of a pain. So the only reason she would still have this job would be because she's good at it. So if she says we shouldn't have questions, she probably knows that we have all the information we need.
Oh, that's smart.
She turns around and says, any information you may need will be provided on the computer screens down in the basement for you.
Oh, dude, there's going to be computers. Yes. Oh, so easy.
Heck yes. He gets out, Omi gets out his kind of like drum pad that he kind of like is ready to plug in, make sure he's got all the connections so he could plug it into the computer and be sure to sample everything he can.
Oh, of course, because that is exactly what you should do when given a work assignment. That is what one does. Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay. So she leads you to the elevator and she says, well, you don't have access to the basement. I will scan you in, and please radio for me when you are ready to be scanned out. She hands each of you an old school walkie-talkie. She says,
testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
It is not a toy.
Just want to make sure it still works.
She said, just set it to channel 13, and we will be able to scan you back up. She scans the keypad outside the elevator, and the elevator arrives with swift smoothness. She taps the solid button on the inside of the wall that says B, and she says, good luck, agents. Remember, catalog the books, organize the files, and radio me once you have completed the task. And the elevator doors open in front of you.
I turn to Chan and I say, I've been working on this beat, and I wanted to make it sound old school, so I need that staticky vibe. Tell me if this sounds old. And he'll like turn around and like play some stuff on his drum pad while holding the walkie-talkie right next to it.
So like, do you want to give me a drum beat?
Yeah, it's close. I think there's too much bass. If you want it to sound really, really nostalgic, you want to cut those lower ends. So it should be really hollow and tinny, and then also have that.
I love that.
Killing it.
So the elevator doors open. Are you guys entering? She's holding the door open for you with one arm as you are doing this. And you see her ever so slightly roll her eyes and mutter something under her breath. Like, oh, humans.
What I'm gonna do as we go into the elevator, I'm gonna let me just make sure that this is an instant thing and I don't have to prep this. Tell me as an action. It doesn't really say.
What are you trying to do?
I want to use my magical tinkering, which will allow me to put a static visual effect on a mundane object. But it doesn't say how. It just says I need my tinker's tools.
Yeah.
Would you, with your cool guy kit, have that?
I think I'm overly stocked on stuff. I think I'm like looking around at all my pockets, and I think you can hear like the sounds of like if you had like a plastic something that wasn't broken in yet, or like you just hear like squeaking, like the squeaking of like my body armor is like it's not quiet. It's like it's not been fit worn. But I think I find something and I just tinker with something real quick, and I want to like essentially in this case this specific tool I would use is a Sharpie to quickly scribble 25 words onto one of the cards in a deck of cards that I have that basically says something along the lines of, if goes south, channel 9. And then I'm going to flick the card like you would throw a playing card, and I want to flick it subtly towards the techie's direction. Because I don't trust. I'm starting to get a little vibe from. I don't trust Iris that much. I don't distrust her, but she's not going to be helpful. So I'm like, just in case, or at the very least, if it gets dropped, if like someone finds the card, they know like, hey, channel 9.
Yeah, check in with channel 9.
Walkie channel 9.
What's the playing card that you threw? Just out of curiosity.
I probably just grabbed a random one, but I'm always a sucker for the Jack of Hearts, so I probably grabbed the Jack of Hearts, and then on the back, just if things go south, check in on channel 9.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I'm taking a note so that way I remember. Otherwise, I won't. I love that. Okay, so you see the techie use her foot to catch the card that you throw at her, and she slides it toward her, and she lifts it up, reads the card, and says, "Okay, thank you for sharing." And she sticks it in her pocket. And Iris turns around, confused, and she says, "Well, are you going to get going or not?"
Yep. I walk onto the elevator.
Okay, amazing. So as you guys find yourselves placed on this elevator, we're going to ignore the fact that the grids are a little wonky doodle here, but that's fine. You find yourselves in a rather large service level elevator where it's quite big. And as you enter the elevator, you hear a swift whirring, and the elevator begins to descend. There's dainty elevator music that plays.
Omi pulls out his drum pad, and he's like trying to sample it a little bit and find a bass line to see if he could add to it, and he's in his head a little bit.
Chan is just dancing along.
And that was so good. Oh my gosh. You notice that the music in the elevator is surprisingly boring and a little ominous, considering you guys are in a paranormal agency. And as the music continues, you just are swiftly moving down. And give me a perception check. Whoever wants to give a perception check, and one of you give me an investigation check.
Do you want perception or do you want investigation?
Absolutely.
Wait, which one did you do? I'll do the other.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were telling me to do investigation.
That's all right. My perception was a flat 10.
Okay. So with your perception check, your ears are popping as if the pressure that you're in is changing really quickly, like you're headed underground. With your investigation check, Omi, you see a dark shadow move behind you. As you notice the doors of the elevator in front of you are reflective, you see a dark presence move behind you. And at the same time, you hear something else as well.
Release me!
What is that? And I'll turn around and point.
That's some weird elevator
at the
music.
shadow. So give me a Arcana check.
Also, could you say that again? That sounded metal as hell.
Did you want to check from both of us or just one of us?
Both of you.
All right. Well, that's good because I don't think Omi rolled very well.
I don't think it was very good either.
Okay, so Chan, you got a 22.
I think.
Save me! Save me!
Hold on. I think I just watched a YouTube video about this last night.
Omi, you hear a voice and it sounds like a male and you can't identify it. you can't tell what's going on. With a 22, Agent Chan, you recognize this voice as Agent Rob, and he's calling to you potentially from somewhere beyond.
Beyond? Like beyond
With
the
a
elevator?
22, beyond the elevator and potentially beyond this realm.
Well, it is the D.E.A.D. Hey, Omi, some bad news. I don't think today's actually an off day for us.
Oh no! And I think you'll look over and he's like playing with his drum pad, and you'll hear like release me. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Find,
Chan?
find the flesh book.
I think we
Flesh
should
book.
find the flesh book.
Do I know what that might be?
Omari, give me a religion check.
Oh boy, that ain't good.
Isn't it?
I mean,
Ooh, I'm
that was
also
an
gonna use-
18.
Yeah, I'm also going to use Jack of all trades just because I can to add half my proficiency, so it is a 19.
A whole 19. With your unnatural 19. A flesh-bound book could mean anything in regards to life or death, but given the indication that he said flesh-bound book, it seems like you are looking for a book that is covered in human flesh. Perhaps something like the Necronomicon.
Oh, I think
Which-
you're
What
right.
do you think a
Chan.
flesh book is, Omi?
I think it's something called the, and he like goes through his Rolodex of in his mind of trying to figure out what the word is. Necromonicon. No. Mecrocomanon. It's one of those. It's all of those. If you could just take all of those consonants and move them around. There's a word in there somewhere. I just can't remember the order.
The
Necronomicon. That's what it is. Right before you say it.
I was so curious. I thought that might be what you were talking about.
Yeah,
I
this
have
voice
no idea what that
seems.
is.
And I'll point to the voice and then kind of look to Chan for a little bit, and then I'll tap the side of my temple and point to his. I'm gonna cast message, or as Omi calls it, "Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear," and you'll hear in your voice, you'll hear in your head, find this book to release whoever this is. I'm not sure who it is though.
I hate when you do this. I don't like voices in my head. Hold on, I have an idea. And I'm going to turn on my walkie, and I'm going to try and intentionally get it on a channel where it's just clear static.
Okay. So you're an artificer, so I feel like that would be fairly easy for you. So you
Actually, I'm going to ask Omi for his walkie. I'm going to say, wait, Omi, can I see your walkie real quick? And then I'm going to just start dismantling it to try and like break it just enough so it's constantly making static.
Give me a performance check. Now that you're breaking.
Read the incantation in the book to save me, please.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure we can hear you a little more clearly and maybe a little less creepy. Honestly, I can hear you clear, but the static might help. That is an 11.
An 11. With an 11.
Can I add Tinker's Tools proficiency to that if I'm using
you
tools?
can add because you're tinkering.
All right, so we'll call it a 13.
A 13. Okay,
Hell
with
yeah.
a 13, you're able to get the sound of consistent static. And as the sound of static fills the room, the music in the elevator stops. And the elevator halts.
I think I made a remote control for the elevator.
And the elevator drops.
I take that back.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for this episode of Survive This Crit. Make sure to come back next Friday to find out what happens in our Evil Dead inspired horror TTRPG. Bye!